Hi guys, welcome to another one of my videos. So I am currently watching the Married to Medicine reunion final, yes. And I'm watching it live and I'm going to do a review as we go along. So let's get into it, and don't forget to like the video guys and subscribe to my channel if you've not already done so. So here we have the men trying to tell Dr. G that he was wrong to tell Quad to be quiet. You know, that's not what he said. And they're trying to convince him that he was wrong and all that stuff. And he was like, yeah, I was wrong, but it needed to be said. And then they're all in gasp. Like, my opinion with these men is everything that's coming out of their mouths is coming from their wives, literally. And guys, I want you to really look at what's really going on. Everything that's coming out of these men's mouth is really what's coming from their wives. Also, they were also telling Dr. G that he is jealous. And they know that it was hard for him to see Quad with a young man that has big chest and all that stuff. My humble opinion and what I have seen for myself, I totally disagree. I do not disagree. I do not agree that Dr. G was jealous about Quad and King. I really don't. I really don't. I think the man is honestly happy with T. I think he found a better wife, a better person. The fact that Dr. G tells Quad to be quiet, I don't understand why everyone is so up in arms about it. That's his ex. They have a history. And, you know, it needed to be said. Like, what would have happened with you and your ex? What would you have said? These men are just so far up their wives' ass. It's unbelievable. I cannot even come to grips with the men still trying to blame Dr. G for what happened in Miami. Like, I literally can't. So the men were invited on stage with the woman, right? And they're talking to Quad, or they're asking everyone. Well, they asked, what's her name? Dr. Jackie, if her sex life have increased. And Dr. whatever his name is, Curtis, answered saying that it went from a 0 to a 1.5. So it went up a notch. Like, who cares? These two older folks doing whatever they're doing. We don't care. Like, whatever. We don't care. Well, I don't care. Quad was asked, because, you know, she says that she's been getting it 15 times a day. 15 times a day? Is it 15 times a day or 15 times a week? Oh, it must be 15 times a week, because I really don't remember. It has to be 15 times a week. Yeah. Listen, I don't know if that's impossible. I don't know. But that's what she said. Good for her. She also stated that she got some this morning. Yes, honey. She got it. She got it some this morning before the reunion. And you still can't get pregnant. Listen, me guys. I really believe that the reason why Quad is so upset with Dr. G is because she's upset with herself. Guys, Quad is allegedly 44 years old with no kids. Even though Sweetie is so vulnerable about her pregnancy issues, I've always thought that Quad, or there's a possibility that Quad is having infertility problems. I've always thought so. And this could be an issue where she was projecting the issue that she's having onto Dr. G instead of herself. Maybe that's why she wasn't having intercourse with him, because she knew that there is a pregnancy issue. Just like now, she's supposedly trying to get pregnant with King, and she's going through a fertility situation to get pregnant with King. Why that wasn't done with Dr. G, I don't know, but maybe it's because she didn't really let it out like that. Like, she's still not saying that there's a fertility issue, but we know that there has to be a fertility issue. So, guys, let me talk about this real quick. After everything was said and done, let me get this off my chest. After everything was said and done, not everything, but after everything was said and done, after some other conversations, they said, Andy said to Dr. G, I understand that you have something else to get off your chest through song. Heavenly over there with that big old choker on her neck. Like, she looks so ridiculous. She looks like she's choking, like, seriously, Heavenly. She was choking, like, listen, I don't even understand how Heavenly spoke because she looks like she was literally choking. Anyways, I don't understand why people take so much effect or let it affect them so much when Dr. G expresses himself through song because they feel as if he can't sing. The man is a psychiatrist. And if we can let out our emotions or whatever we're going through song, that's a great thing. Whether we scream or whatever, it's good to let out whatever we're going through songs or screaming or whatever. And that is why a lot of men die, because they keep everything in. They keep everything bottled up inside and they do not speak. Dr. G is a psychiatrist. So if they want to laugh at this man, they can. They can laugh all they want. But at the end of the day, he knows how to deal with his emotions. He's a psychiatrist. And let me tell you guys, what he's doing is, as much as it might look funny to you guys, he's actually doing the right thing. It's funny. We sing in the shower all the time. And, it might not sound the best. And someone else might laugh at us or, whatever. But, what Dr. G is doing, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Also, when Dr. G goes after Quad and says some of the things that he says to her, he knows that that girl is crazy. He's been with her for years and he is a psychiatrist and he sees whatever she's going through. She's probably bipolar and he probably knows that. That's his ex-wife. That's her ex-husband. And whatever emotions that Dr. G goes through, you know what I mean? Can someone tell me, why does Heavenly behave as if, like, why does she have to get in between the husbands all the time? Why does she have to get herself involved into everything that is being said? Like, at the end of the show, right? Eugene was letting him know that, what he said to Dr. G was kind of unsettling. What he said to him, like, he was calling him a coward, right? He was letting him know, like, he was telling him that was some cutting words. And if it was him and if he was called a coward, maybe, just maybe, he would, he would have fight. Maybe that's some fighting words. And even before all of that was said and done, like, Heavenly is getting in between the two men's conversation. Like, why can't she ever let her husband speak? Why can't he ever speak for himself? Why does she have to get herself in the middle all the time? Like, Heavenly is just a big old bully. Like, she's just really annoying. Then here comes Big Gum Big Gum Toya. She, had to really try to, like, get in the midst and cut the conversation before it even reaches any further, because, Heavenly could have started something right there and then based on her input into that little conversation. Like, she shouldn't have had nothing to say. Like, Heavenly, you talk too much. Let the two men speak. And this is why Dr. G has always had an issue with Dr. Damon, because Heavenly is always inserting herself into their conversation. Dr. Damon can never just have a conversation with Dr. G by himself.
One,
You know,
2, 3.
he just can never. He can never. She's always getting into it. If Damon is talking to anyone, she has to get into it. It's annoying, really annoying. Let me go back to the front of, where the show started a little bit because I skipped this. So Quad and Dr. Simone got into it. And Dr. Simone, well, Quad, she claims that how much they went and they chose these people and they brought these people into her face and all that stuff. And so Dr. Simone said, we didn't bring nobody in your face. You wasn't here. You're only here for the cameras. She was arguing with Dr. Simone, saying how much she helped Dr. Simone with the search of her father. If you guys remember from way back when Dr. Simone was looking for her father, I believe her father is or was on paraphernalia or whatever you want to call it. The thing. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to say that word. I think he was on drugs, allegedly, as far as I remember. So Quad was saying how much she helped Dr. Simone to look for her dad and all that stuff. And Dr. Simone was like, you only did that because you're on camera. You only helped because you're on camera. When there's no cameras, we don't see you. I don't get a text, I don't get a phone call, nothing, When there's no cameras, we don't see you. So Dr. Simone and Quad had this big old blow up. It was crazy as hell that Dr. Jackie and I think Quintessa ushered Dr. Simone to a room off stage. Dr. Simone and T seem to have some form of a understanding relationship. It seems like they are understanding and have a relationship with Dr. G and T whenever it suits them. That's how I'm gonna say it. Because after the show I've ended, we've seen Dr. Simone on T's show. So that tells us that, that there's some form of a relationship on and off camera or off camera, whatever. So T went to go check on Dr. Simone. And child, let me tell you, the way that Dr. Jackie spoke to Sweet T, that skinny, bony lady, and that's what I'm gonna say. She is so skinny. She was so what's the word I'm saying? Cannot find the word right now. But she's so condescending. She was so condescending to Sweet Tea. It is not even a joke. Like, this lady is so rude. She was so rude to that lady, to Sweet Tea. She was so dismissive. She was very dismissive of her, talking to her like a dog. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody needs to do something about Dr. Jackie because she is rude as hell. Yes, she is very rude. And she needs to be punished in her pockets. She needs to be punished in her pockets. She was very dismissive. The way that these females on this show is very dismissive of Sweet Tea. I mean, they have hurt and have been very condescending to this girl throughout the whole show. It's not even funny. And I think you guys can agree with me with that, whether you like Sweet Tea or not. It doesn't take a blind person to see that. They were just really condescending, and it was really bad, and it's really sad. You understand me? Really bad and really sad. And I just can't even come to grips with the way that I have seen them treated Sweet Tea throughout the whole show. So, Dr. Simone is just fed up and she's just tired at this point. Tired of the old situation with Quad. At this point, I am just sick of Quad and her shenanigans. So I continued to watch the show because I had to take a break. And I'm watching where the guys are going back and forth with Dr. G about Quad. And so King is alleging that there was no charges pressed or all that stuff because he supposedly contacted the police station and they said that there are no charges pressed, and the cops told Dr. G not to waste his time. King, you're a liar because what you did to that man, especially on TV, you tried to attack that man like I would fear for my life. There should have been a restraining order. You had those men on the show begged for you. They were begging for you. So don't come to us with your foolishness because we can see like you guys are actually even lying about stuff that were actually showed to us on the TV. I am glad that Dr. G actually said you were the one that stepped to him. You were the one that initiated the conversation, and that's what we seen. Dr. G, I believe he was talking to his wife when you went over and asked him, can you talk to him? In case you forgot that, that's what happened. That's what I seen with my eyes and my ears that coordinated with my eyes and my brain that told me that's what was happening. You initiated that conversation. So the point that you are trying to say, like you and the fellas are trying to say that Dr. G initiated this fight or whatever the hell, like you're out of your mind. So King, he is still thinking that Dr. G needs to apologize to Quad and behaving as if Quad is even his wife. But guys, if you have a hope in mind, you would really see what's going on here. And what you would see is that Heavenly and Damon are really the ones that's pushing and telling King what to do and how to be a man to Quad, right? Because, and then he's gonna say, well, the question was asked by Andy, can they see themselves like, being coexisting and stuff like that? And Dr. G says no, because he cannot see himself being around someone that that wants to fight him or wants to attack. That wasn't his exact words, but that's what he was trying to say. And King claims that, well, he can be around anyone because he did not come into this thing whatever that word is, guys, which means that pre-notions or whatever. But we know that, yes, every action or every energy that you are pushing towards Dr. G is from what you were told about Quad and Dr. G and what you're told by Heavenly and they, well, really Heavenly, because everything that these men are saying are stuff that Heavenly is pushing. And I really feel like Heavenly is behind everything that is happening. Heavenly is the one that's really pushing everything that King is doing and that Quad is doing, and that's what I really believe. Also, the other notion that I'm talking about is like where Dr. G, he feels like he really doesn't need to apologize about any of that crap. And I totally understand that. Dr. G also stated that he doesn't see the fact, he doesn't see the reason why he really needs to apologize to her. And like, why would he? Why does he need to apologize to her? He says he doesn't need to apologize to her, especially she have not apologized to him. So why should he apologize to her? Which would make perfect sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why would he? You understand what I'm trying to say? Also with King, and the old charges that were pressed and all that stuff, he's gonna say that he was laughing his ass off. What do you mean you're laughing your ass off? There is no joke about that. You can laugh your ass off all you want, but you're only laughing now because Dr. G did not press charges. Because if he did press charges, you wouldn't be laughing. There would be nothing to laugh about. What I really don't understand is, because you don't have nothing to lose, he has nothing to lose. He's not a doctor, and so he has nothing to lose. Dr. G has something to lose. What these people don't understand is, when you have a license and you're licensed, you can't just go around wanting to fight people. You can't do that because people have things to lose, right? And so the perfect thing for Dr. G to do was to report this to the police and have the police deal with it, because that's what people in healthcare do. You can't go around acting like you're criminals and you're low class and you're just nobody, which is what King and Quad is behaving like. That's exactly what they're behaving like, as if they are nobody. He wants to check Dr. G on what he's doing. Like, Cecil, don't you have other things to worry about, um, Dr. Jackie's, remember that girl that you cheated with? Don't you have that to worry about? Like, you have no grounds to stand on. But what I've come to realize is, these people have stuff that they need to cover, and so in wanting to cover up their own mess that they have in their closet, they portray, they portray other people's, like, they try to create a problem in other people's lives in order to cover up what's really going on in their lives. Do you understand what I'm saying? And yeah, and so, like, Cecil disgusts me whenever he speaks. Eugene is getting on my nerves. He needs to go lose weight or something, and King needs to go somewhere in his tight outfit. Damon needs to go and lose weight because he looks like a hamburger, a heart attack from a hamburger away. And he needs to take Heavenly with him because she did surgery and she's still overweight and looking disgusting with that choker that's about to choke the crap out of her. Let me just wrap this up by saying, none of these men have a good history with Quad, because when it's their turn, Quad strikes. And the nerve for any of them to be sitting there trying to justify what Quad did, it's so weird how people can be easily manipulated. Yes, it's very surprising to me how these are smart doctors and educated people that should be able to use their own brains, but they are whatever by their woman on the things that are coming out of their mouth. I am actually glad that Dr. G is standing up to these people, but it really shows Dr. G who are his friends, who are really his friends, right? But it's just really sickening, and every time I try, I try, but it's hard to listen to these men at the way that they speak down to Dr. G. It's heart-wrenching to listen the way that the females talk to T. Dr. Jackie, the way that she spoke to T in that room, like, I cannot believe these people over what? Like, somebody they just met 2 minutes ago who is not even educated, has nothing to offer. Like, I really don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know. Maybe you guys have a different point of view on what's going on here, and you can leave that in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. I'll be coming back to review much more, but I wanted to cut the video right here. Don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.